nurse just came in. She did my IV. It was nice. And she was pretty. And not that that matters, but and she said that the doctor will be in here soon. I'm waiting for Mihio to come in and talk to me. And then I guess I will be going off to surgery. So, okay. So I now have my IV drip in. And it's connected to that bag. So, I've arrived. They told me to arrive at 12:30. I arrived at 11:30. I've been here from 11:30 until now. The time is probably a little after 4. When I arrived in the lobby, there were 4 other women in the waiting room. All were called before me. We sat and waited. After about 4 hours, someone finally came to get me and bring me in the back room where I got disrobed, put on this thing, compression socks, these things. And she said, I'm going to be here for about an hour. So it's hour 5 of waiting. I haven't eaten or drinking anything since last night. I'm weak. I feel hungry. So far, my experience is I'm not. So, I am at MIA Aesthetics. And I'm getting my BBL tummy tuck. And I'm going to give a very honest. So, anyways. So they finally brought me back there, and then they brought me to another room where they had me disrobe, and I take off all my clothes. I was on my menstrual, so they had me remove my tampon and sit on a cloth. So I was just bleeding out for the hour. And then they sent the anesthesiologist in to go over what would happen. They sent a nurse in to do my IV. And this is what she did to me. So she wasn't a very good IV person. She put my IV at the side of my wrist because she said that this wasn't a good spot. So look at her. So anyways, after being there for about 4 hours, so my surgery time was at 12:30. I arrived at 11:30. After being there from 11:30 to 4:30, so that's 11:30 to 12:30, that's 12:30, 1:30, 1:30, 2:30, 2:30, 3:30, 3:30. So I was there about 4 or 5 hours before they even took me into the back. Remember, there's no food or drinks before surgery, so of course I hadn't eaten from the prior night at maybe midnight. Yes, I'm lighting incense because this is a situation about to stress me out. And it's called dinero. Atra dinero. That's the one I like. So anyways, after being there for 5 hours, so first and foremost, I booked a surgery at MIA Aesthetics, a tummy tuck, a lipo, and BBL. I got to Miami on the 7th, and then I checked into my recovery house on the 8th. I had pre-op on the 8th. At pre-op, they did not blood test me. They did not tell me that my prescriptions were in the folder that they gave me. Yes, my 2 nails are missing because they need your 2 fingers clear to do your surgery. So I'm gonna give you guys an honest review on Mia Aesthetics and my experience there. I know you guys have a lot of questions about my surgery, and I'm gonna answer them. So anyways, I had to free up camera space in my phone, so it's taken me the course of like 3 days to make this video so I could tell you guys about my experience. I don't really remember where I left off, but I think it was about me being in the clinic for 5 hours. So I was there from 11:30 to 5, and then they did my IV and everything. That's when they came in and they told me that they couldn't do my surgery because I had nicotine in my system. So you can imagine how devastated I was. I flew all the way in from New York. I paid for a recovery suite. I booked flights for me and my boyfriend, and we went, and it never happened. So basically, you guys, if you guys are gonna go have surgery, make sure you stay away from any smoking or drinking. Self-quarantine for 30 days. So anyways, guys, I really just want to finish this video and excuse my nails because, again, I told you they made me take them off, and this one came off, and this one came off. But so anyways, long story short, my experience with MI Aesthetics overall so far, I was not happy. Why? So then, yeah, what got me upset was that I was there and I did my post-op on the 7th. Now, usually they do your blood work at your post-op. So they did my post-op and they did not do my blood work. Now, when the day of surgery, they had me there for 5 hours before they tested my urine, which they said was positive for nicotine. However, I don't smoke cigarettes. So I guess they're trying to say it was secondhand smoke that was in my system, and that's why I wasn't able to have my surgery. So just, if you're gonna have surgery done by MIA Aesthetics, make sure you're not around anybody that smokes for at least, I'm gonna say 10 to 12 days prior, but being that I had to go all the way out there and come home, I'm gonna do a full 30 days because I don't have time for that again. It was wasting my time. I was super upset, and so yeah, that was my horrible experience with them so far. Again, this is my IV. This is where my IV was put in. As you can see, this is now, that was on Wednesday. Today is Saturday. So I don't feel like my IV was put in nicely. You know, I won't say, like, the staff was really nice. The faculty was nice. I just feel like they're overbooked. They are overbooked, and they're just taking clients. And I feel like they need to slow down a little bit just because clearly I wouldn't have probably been sent home if they weren't. And that's how I feel. So there were like 4 other girls there already. So basically, they basically told me that from 11:30 to 4, I was waiting while other people were getting surgery. That didn't make much sense to me. I had lipo done one time before in 2017 in New York City, and they did not have anybody there. They told me to come at 6 a.m. I came at 6 a.m. I was finished with my surgery by 10 o'clock. I was out of there. It was probably an hour and a half. It was so fast. They put me in, they did my surgery, I was out of there. So I will say the waiting part at MIA, I just don't like it. I feel like they're a little bit all over the place. I feel like they're not very structured. However, I am going back in November to hopefully do my surgery. So that's when they told me to come back. They told me to come back in November and that they would do it. So my job from now until then is to basically make sure that I don't have anything in my system. So that means I'm gonna stay away from everyone because Apparently, it was secondhand smoke nicotine that was in my system. That's how I feel. So, with that being said, they say that marijuana is okay to be in your system, but of course, there are things that you use to roll up it with, and that probably is going to contain nicotine. So, my just advice, if you're going to Miami for this Florida, is to just refrain from any type of alcohol or drugs or cigarettes, any nicotine products, Dutches, cigars, because you don't want to go out there and they waste your time. And again, Mejio said this is something new that they are doing now. So maybe if I would have went out there a couple months ago, it wouldn't have been that. But he said that the nicotine has been giving people a lot of issues. And so, yeah, there's my story. So if you guys want to follow my process again, because I now have to do my blood work over, get a medical clearance again for the next 30 days from when I return back. So you guys can watch that. I'm going to be documenting all of that, all of the blood works that I'm going to have to get done. It's going to be done all at once, but I'll show you like the list of them. And then I'm going to do in detail now when I go back, me arriving, my whole post-op and everything. So you guys can like, comment, subscribe, follow, and yeah, please subscribe. I know I look a little crazy today, but I'll be trying to upload more videos up here more frequently, and I do thank you guys for your support. So this is my experience with MIA Aesthetics, and for more, like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the rest. I'm gonna go eat now.